give one more clap. Take a deep breath on whenever the steering moves.
Alright guys, so I just got back from the beach. As you can tell I'm in a terrible wetsuit tan, but anyways, that brings me to this little, I guess, surfing thing that I found quite interesting. So I was watching a video recently on YouTube, and it talked about how us surfers will go out in the water for about, I don't know, a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours, and yet we'll catch, maybe if we were lucky, like 10 waves at a time, and that really only adds up to maybe 4 minutes of like the actual fun. And really what that comes down to for me is like what surfing really is about, and that's kind of just about patience and kind of what it's really taught me. So through this you guys will learn a little bit about who I am and a few terms that I'm going to use. I guess they're kind of, it's DP and AC, which are both film terms, and they stand for Director of Photography and Assistant Camera. So
Perfect. Oh, perfect. And you bring up that good point of that if you're going to bring that up, like those types of things, if it's not going to be throughout the entire speech, you can simply, when you get to that part, you can simply say a D, the Director of Photography, something like that in that way. Go back to the start really quick for me and play this game. Will you start the speech with, I recently saw a surfing video.
Okay.
And then when you finish it, like when you say 10 minutes and then you have 4 minutes of fun or writing, what I think that you could do is then go into introducing yourself.
Okay.
Like, I'm a surfer. This is my line from getting out of the water today. And the time that I want to talk to you about is what we're doing, what surfing teaches me during those other 8 hours or whatever. Something like that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So
that it starts with the attention getter and then it'll flow into there if you can think about it. Try it like that. Even if it's fragmented and there's ums and uhs, who cares? But let's see how that organization goes. So I saw this surfing video.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was recently watching this surf video on YouTube, and basically what it talked about, an interesting point it talked about was that we'll be out on the water for a few hours at a time, and yet we'll be on a wave for 10 to 30 seconds each time, and that's like a good wave. That's considered a good wave, but really that just adds up to 4 to 5 minutes of fun, and I just think it's interesting kind of the ratio between how much we're in the water and the actual writing we do. And really what that's taught me is about patience. Hi guys, I'm Owen Solomon. I'm a freshman at LMU and I'm a film production major. And in order for you guys to get to know me better, I will talk about where I was during high school and my standpoint in just filmmaking in general, where I am, and where I want to be in my goals and aspirations. So, freshman year of high school.
So to begin, let me tell you a little bit about.
To begin, let me tell.
And I'm going to have you walk like a triangle. Just walk to the front of the classroom a little bit. Oh, hey, you. Yeah, so.
Is it the light?
Oh, no, I just, on our transitions is where we walk. So we'll walk,
okay.
Remember that. Yeah, so it'd be like, okay, so let's start out by. Here we go.
Alright, so let's start out.
By looking at the, where I was.
So repeat the thesis statement part?
Actually, just the main,
transition.
the transition. So let's
Okay.
start out by looking at where I was so you can know me better.
Okay, gotcha. Let's start out by looking at where I was in high school so you can get to know me better. So freshman year of high school, that's really where I kind of found my passion for filmmaking. And what really sparked my interest was watching behind the scenes videos for Star Wars and just seeing like the animations and VFX and all the technical aspects that came with it. I thought really fascinating. And so from then on, I noticed some of my friends joined our high school film program, and I kind of followed in the same footsteps and pursued kind of the same thing. And where I grew up, we were super lucky. Like our high school supplied us with good equipment and all that, and so I got to learn a lot of the basics. And my junior and senior year of high school, I kind of realized that, I can make a career out of this. I know it's difficult, but like, these are my goals and aspirations, so I want to kind of pursue them. And that's kind of where it's brought me today. And so, in order for you to get to know me better, I will tell you about my current standpoint. Is that good?
Yeah, current standpoint.
Current standpoint in like my career and like my,
like where you are currently?
Yeah.
I was like, on what? Bernie Sanders? Okay, no, I'm kidding. Here's the one thing I want you to do. Think about the word kind of and start thinking about eliminating the word kind of and just. Okay. And make your language complete. When I was in high school, I realized I wanted to do it. I kind of could maybe, I could do it. Let's try that on the next one. Simply think about it. And go forth with your next main point.
Alright, so in order for you to get to know me better, I will talk about the present day and kind of where I'm at now.
And where you are now.
Where I am now.
There he is.
So just recently, I actually set some goals for myself to get my first paid job at the end of my freshman year, but those actually came sooner than I thought, so I was like super stoked on that. But more importantly, it's really about the connections I've made and who I've met and what I've learned on set. And just gaining this experience has been really valuable. And one thing I've struggled with really, like, now that I'm working on the weekends, and it's just time management really, and like, I don't know, it's just hard to find time for all this, but that's just kind of one of my struggles. And let's see. And in order for you guys to get to know me better, I will talk about my goals and aspirations for the future. I would like to make it into the union as either an assistant camera or an AC, like I mentioned earlier, or a director of photography, or DP, that's what we call it. This passion I have really outlines who I am as a person and allows you guys to get to know me. But making union would be the world, because it comes with so many benefits, and just it gives you like healthcare and all this stuff, and the film industry's hard, so you just gotta go for it, I guess, and that's kind of what I'm doing. And another thing is, I want to get better at surfing, because what that teaches me is to kind of be the best I can be at everything I do, whether that's working in the film industry, or schoolwork, or being a good friend, or whatever it comes down to, really. And in conclusion, I've talked about where I was in the past in high school and where my interest for filmmaking kind of sparked from, where I am now, and my current standpoint in making my career happen, and my goals and aspirations of making it into the union. And really, surfing has taught me a lot about patience, and that not everything's gonna happen so quickly, and I just gotta wait for my goals and dreams to come true. So that's it. That's all.